the choice.
Welcome back to the coverage here in Utrecht, where we're having the largest European Championship of all time. There was another main event this weekend on Friday where 3 players already punched their tickets to World Championship, and there's yet another main event that was starting yesterday on Saturday. Swiss rounds have been played, just like in the main event of the grown-ups. I'm talking, of course, about the Dragon Duel Championship. We have today played more Swiss rounds, and now we're in the top cut, and 2 of the players made it, or actually 4 of the players made it to the semi-finals. We're now featuring one of them, because the winner of the semi-finals is going to Worlds and representing Europe. The stakes couldn't be higher in this match, and I hope that the young players will not crack under the extra pressure of playing in the feature match. Let's bring them in, hear it for them. We got Malin Lavrenčič in the red corner. Please come here. Hey Malin, how are you doing? You nervous?
A little bit.
A little bit, okay. What was your tournament like? What was yesterday like? Did you win all of your matches?
No, I lost one against him.
Oh.
Yeah, so that will be a rematch. I hope I win this time.
Okay, you wanna win the rematch, and then you're gonna go to the World Championship.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, please have a seat over there. We just heard it. Eric is going into this with a bit of extra experience. Please come in. Eric Toepel from Germany. Eric, how are you doing? You're nervous?
Yeah, I'm really nervous.
Really nervous. Okay. What was your day yesterday like? Did you win all of your matches?
Yeah, I win all of my matches.
Okay, so were you first after Swiss going in today's event?
Yeah.
Okay, so, wow. Now it's extra pressure playing in the feature match. How are you feeling about playing in the feature match, despite being nervous? Do you think it's going to be advantage for you or disadvantage? Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Okay, please have a seat. No worries. Okay, the stakes couldn't be higher for these players. Please roll the die to see who goes first. So Eric has got a 1, Malin's got a 5, so you can decide who goes first.
I'm going first.
Okay, Malin wants to go first. The stage has been set, semi-finals of the Dragon Duel Championship are almost underway. Let's hear it from our commentators, Leonhard König and Sebastian Lemke.
Guess who's back? Back again. All right, guys, semi-finals of the Dragon Duels European Championships. My name, as already introduced, is Leonhard König, and I'm here with Sebastian Lemke.
Nice to be here with you. Hello, guys.
It's amazing. I'm so hyped.
It's a hype match, of course, because this match determines who will go to the World Championship for the Dragon Duelists. Yeah, and it is a rematch as well.
Yes, Eric managed to win the first one. Maybe he won the dice roll there. Kind of an important one in that matchup. I don't know if the players have their headphones on, so we cannot talk about the decks.
Yeah, but let's talk about Eric a little bit more, because he actually is an expert here in Utrecht.
Yeah,
I just checked the coverage page from last year, from the 200th YCS here in Utrecht, and he actually managed to win this thing, so he likes Utrecht, you could say, I guess.
Yeah, he's a 200th YCS winner. That's so insane. He's like Nico Slierkamp, just much smaller.
Yeah. And Nico Slierkamp isn't in the top 4 of this event yet. So
yeah, that's true.
He's already 1 step ahead, and he just has to win this match to actually go to Worlds. Or like go to Worlds, he's from Germany, so his travel won't be too long to get to Berlin. But obviously it's the field that matters in the World Championship.
I think
he can play against so many good players.
Even from the northern area of Germany. I think he's like around Hamburg or something like that, so that won't be a long travel. You can actually take the train. Doesn't need the flight. Might take it though.
Yeah. But I see that they have their headphones on, so we can talk a little bit about their decks. And it's quite interesting. Like, let's talk about the, let's say, uninteresting deck a little first. And that is from Eric. He had a lot of success with the very popular decks this weekend.
Yeah, Thunder, Dragon, Danger, Crusadia, Guard Dragon, more engines. I don't think there are.
All the engines.
And Psyframe, of course. And artifacts.
Yeah,
that's all the engines in the deck.
It's a deck that is popular since last weekend, basically, since the NAWCQ, and it's really, really successful. We saw it in the points playoff. The top 4 players in the points playoff of the big leaderboard. Actually, all of them played that, right? All of them played like Crusadia in some way, like Yoshi played Crusadia.
Every one of those who made it to Worlds played the deck.
True,
we had 5 of those. And this deck was so dominant. It hasn't. Like, I think everyone who didn't play it just got kicked out in the first round.
Yeah. And on the other hand, we have Malin from the Czech Republic, and he's playing Prankids. What do we have here? Like, making top 4 with Prankids out of 44 players, pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah,
what do you think about
bro.
Prankids at the moment in the meta game? Do you think it's a good pick?
I think the deck is really annoying to play against.
That's true. All the little boys coming out and just going on your nerves.
Yeah, every time I play against it, I just stop watching at some point. It's like, oh, just do it. Get over it.
Are you done yet? Okay.
No, but I think, yeah, you can actually, it has a decent matchup versus Thunder Dragon.
Yeah.
I think you can pump out a board if you go first.
Exactly.
You have the advantage in time. That's always important. And yeah, you can go for Dweller, you can go for Toad, and you have the Raigeki effect in the opponent's main phase, which is really useless versus Salomon Great, but insane versus Thunder Dragons. And I think the players are set. We have talked enough now, and we can go over to the featured match for the semifinals of the European Championships Dragon Duel. All right,
so they're picking up their cards, and we saw Malin winning the die roll, so he's allowed to go first. That could mean that his first turn will take a while because Prankids can do a lot of stuff. I mean, Thunder Dragon Danger can do that as well, but Thunder Dragon Danger pretty viable going second as well. But Malin also has some going second cards in his main deck. For example, he's main decking the Mystic Mine as well. I could imagine that this card has brought him some games as well. Like, the Prankids deck itself isn't that good at the moment, but the introduction of Mystic Mine on top of it is just giving it some time in certain matches.
You just bait out like these spell negates that Thunder Dragon has, and then you drop Mystic Mine, and then you call it a day, basically. You just deck out your opponent because they play no main deck outs.
Yeah, exactly. That's so interesting about the picks that Thunder Dragon is so popular at the moment at this tournament. A lot of people seem to drop their Mystic Mine striker decks or mine-related decks, and so the Thunder Dragon decks are just much better of a pick because they don't have to worry about that in the main deck anymore. And let's see, their starting hands are starting to get in, and we see Prankids Pandemonium, Prankids Lampies, Roxy's, and he's starting it off with the Pandemion.
Yeah, it's a quick spell fusion card. That's always nice to have. This one is the card that sets up your Raigeki monster. Of course, I know the name.
Yeah, that's the Rocket one.
Yeah, so he can chain block with the Rocket card.
And I mean, he has starters,
Rocket
so
Ride,
he doesn't have a brick, that's for sure. So he can definitely make some plays here. And Rocket Ride now being on the field, exactly.
Yeah. Interesting synergy. Basically, of course, it has synergy. It's the same archetype, but if you fusion summon away 2 of your Prankids monsters, you can actually chain block them with the Rocket Ride because it can shrink its own attack as chaining 3, so none of your Prankids get dashed. Yeah.
I mean, you could then activate Ogre on it, but that doesn't really help, right? Because then your Ogre is a Ride, and the Ride can actually do something when it gets destroyed, right?
Yeah. Does it, though?
Oh, no, it does not. That was the other one. Okay.
Oh, Ogre, good card against it, maybe. I mean, like, you can still go for a Cockadoodle-Doo.
Yeah, true.
This name I know.
Because it's so soundful, yeah. And
like Bow Bow Bark.
I think in general the deck isn't really that hardly hidden by hand traps. I think you can play through hand traps quite a bit because the first point is your opponent doesn't really know when to drop the hand trap against Prankids because there's so many things happening and you're not playing against Prankids that often, you're not preparing for it, so when do you do it? And then on what do you do it? Like,
every effect seems to be so irrelevant.
Yeah. And it just accumulates, and at some point he's just having a big board and he can just interrupt you and it's just, it's fine, and it's just grind for you your board. And yeah. But on the other hand, I think Eric, is he even maining any hand traps? Probably not, right?
He's playing one Fantastical Dragon Phantasm.
Ooh, the one.
Yeah, I mean, the one makes sense. You don't want to have it in your opening hand if you're going first. It clogs you too much. But you actually have a good target to search with Brotor if you activate the seal in your opponent's turn. So you can add the Phantasmate to your hand after your board gets broken.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have the extra backup with a fixed hand and a 2.4k beater that outs targeting effects.
Yeah, let's see. He put Prankid's plan into his graveyard. So the foolish effect. Which one is the foolish? I think it's
Lamsies.
Lamsies.
No,
exactly.
it's not Lamsies. I
No,
always confuse
fancies,
Lamsies and
fancies.
fancies.
Yeah, right,
I
right.
meant fancies, but I said Lamsies. I
They
don't
all
know
sound
why.
so similar, yeah. And that can actually send the Prankids card to the graveyard, and he went for Prankids plan.
Good old Streichbuben deck.
Yeah, it's also the battle between the Czech Republic and Germany right here.
Yeah.
Neighbor countries.
Okay, so Bao Bark is being summoned.
They all look so cute, don't they? It's just...
I like this mat a lot, actually.
You do? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. It was the national championship participation mat this year. All the
Yep.
Prankids. And yeah, it's pretty nice. It's very, very colorful, and a lot of people... I saw a lot of people this weekend at the event playing this mat. They seem to like it. And there is Bobo Bark.
Look at this other doggo, which is not Bao Bark. Looks so stressed because of Bao Bark. I think Bao Bark is a naughty dog.
I think you're just guessing there, but could be for sure.
Okay, so he passed the turn. Now instantly shotguns a fusion, and then again doesn't do it.
He probably said main phase is fine and then wanted to do it, and then
Yeah.
the judges told him, sorry, but Eric has priority in his main phase,
Yeah.
and that's obviously true.
That's true. Yeah, and Eric shotguns the Sekis Light, which is a crazy card. And there we have it. The Raigeki Prankids doesn't trigger on summon.
Yep.
It's, I think, Ignition. So you can just tribute it. This card really loses to Called by the Grave, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
This
oh, yeah.
card really loses to Called by the Grave.
But that's one more card Eric is not playing, so...
Yeah, Sekis Light kind of indicates that.
Yeah. Somehow. He's not having the space for that in his main deck. Like, it's super hard to fit anything like that into your Fun and Ring deck. And even after side decking, you want to have more impactful cards than Called by the Grave, I guess. You're just siding for outs for Mystic Mine and stuff, so you cannot even play spell cards like Called by the Grave. And look at that, it's so crazy that he's just summoning all the Prankids out there, and he also has the opportunity to shuffle back his Prankids into the deck, so he can do that all over again and just keeps the cycle going. So Eric will have a hard time to actually play through that. Cards like Livianeer could help him doing that, because he can just pop some cards and grind. I mean, this card is generally good going second, generally good breaking boards, and...
Unicorn might help.
True.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he hard drew these, the Lavineer. It's just sitting there waiting, but like he has to commit to the board just to summon the Lavineer. He has to hope that it doesn't get hit by his own dangers.
Oh, let's see. Okay, that was
Collapse.
Collapse Serpent. He has Bigfoot in hand as well. I saw
Bigfoot
that.
would have been a crazy discard to just...
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't know if it can be destroyed by card effects, actually, because like these cards have weird restrictions. I think you can tribute Bao Bark and then your monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects for the turn.
That could be the case. Let's just have a quick look at Bubblebuck again. Yep. They cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects this turn. So he has a protection there.
Lavineer, not an out to the...
That's true. But then he can still pop the back rows maybe. Oh, and he sniped away the Jackalope there. That's not too good.
What even
for
is
Eric.
this?
That's the Battle Butler. Ooh. That actually is not the Raigeki.
No, that is the Raigeki.
Or is it? Oh, yeah. Destroy all monsters your opponent controls, obviously. So...
Why is it frying an egg?
You mean the artwork of the card is
Yeah.
frightening you, or what?
Yes, I'm scared.
So, Bobo Bark. Looks like he wants to activate the effect now. And...
I think this is gonna be a unicorn. I'm surprised that the Battle Butler wasn't... I mean, he can even chain block it. That's pretty good for him.
Yeah, true.
And then he can Lavianeer. Then he can... I mean, as soon as the Bao Bark is chained to Lavianeer, he can just pop the back row, which enables him to maybe go for something combo-ish. He kept the Bigfoot in hand.
Interesting.
So far. I mean, it makes sense. He probably knows what Bao Bark does. They played already in Swiss.
Yeah, right, sure. He had the chance to read the card already. But looks like he broke the Battle Bottler. Might be the case that Malin actually wanted to wait for Eric to commit 4 monsters to the board to make him Saruya.
Yeah.
But that never was a plan by Eric. He just wanted to go into Unicorn, and I mean, that worked out. So he got rid of the Battle Bottler there.
Smart move.
Yeah, but still 4 monsters on board for Malin, and Eric. Ooh, oh look, that looked like disappointment in the moves of Eric. He's like, what can I do? But obviously, now there's something he can do.
I mean, he committed to Unicorn that is now dead. So that's not nice.
Yeah, true.
Not a nice spot to be in. Just taking away, just basically throwing 3 monsters.
Yeah, not the dreamland of unicorns, basically.
No. I mean, even the unicorn died after this. So
yeah,
it's like. And now the Baobab Bark is chained, of course, as we figured.
Yeah.
I mean, Malin knows what he's doing, right?
Definitely, definitely. Otherwise, he wouldn't be sitting here in the top 4 of the Dragon Duel. We had 44 players before round 1 of Swiss in the Dragon Duel, so that's a pretty big tournament. I like when I walked through the area, I was like, wow, that's quite a few players for the Dragon Duel, and I liked it. I mean, if you have the qualification for the European Championship, why wouldn't you go here, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And Eric, activating the effect of Sekka's Light now, that indicates that he's not really happy with his hand at the moment, and that he has to do something about it.
He gets rid of his duo. I think he can't summon it. Let me just check his graveyard. Jackalope, Nessie, Wyver Burst, Shinoko, Darkus Diabolos, Nightmare Unicorn. Okay, so the Wyver Burst was banished before by Lavinier.
Yeah.
So no chance of summoning duo, and he drew into Dragon Dark, which is a... Oh, this could be crazy. If he summons Bigfoot and discards Dark, he's in it.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's a big roll. What do we see there?
Ah, the Bigfoot discard, and it can't even destroy the cards.
Oof.
No, this is so sad.
That's frustrating for Eric right there.
Yeah, like he could have gone into. Oh, this would have been full combo, I think. Just go into LAN or Beat Cop, whatever he's playing. Yeah, he's playing LAN for funny because he attributed to the Dragon Roar. So he could have just gone. Search out the Wyver Burster, summon the Wyver Burster, trigger the Roar from the graveyard, and then basically just summon Dark from his deck.
Yeah.
Search for a Hawk and go for the triple burst LP combo.
Yeah. But what we see here now is that he has having Diabolos and the tribute summoned Roar, so he will be able to end on Colossus.
I mean, he can still combo, right?
Bad.
He can still go for LAN if he has a.
Looks like
oh, he
that's
doesn't
the
have a
plan.
light monster in his graveyard. That's an issue. He has to get rid of the LAN to be able to trigger it, or he can just... He hasn't activated. But this is so painful. No, wait.
He's just linking it away now.
Wait a second. If he summoned Thunder Dragon and summoned... Oh, I think he missed his chance to go into combo. If he summoned Thunder Dragon...
Yeah.
And summoned the... Ah, no, he couldn't do the Black Serpent. No, I'm sorry. Okay. He can now go into combo. He can just go into Saryuja with the
and
Dark and Triple Burst, and then go into Saryuja.
But Malin has no interruption left. So
this is going to be a... Please don't go...
That is pretty sick, because it looked like Eric already used all of his resources to actually try to break the board, but now he's left in a pretty good situation, and apparently he could still do quite some stuff.
Yeah,
but he's going to battle phase.
No, I think he's going to battle phase. He takes out all the 3 monsters. I think Baobab Bark doesn't protect from battle.
Nope, it does just protect against.
So he can just punch over all 3 and then go for Saryuja with Collapse Serpent and Triple Burst. Keep the extra Colossus. Pretty smart. Just to eventually summon the Wyver Burster and go into LP. And he would still go for Hot Red and Seal after this. So that's nice.
Definitely. I mean, Prankids can do a lot of stuff, but they have to get going. But, oh, looks like Malin is deciding on an effect there. He's banishing? Oh, what is he doing there? He's just picking up... for a second I thought he's picking up his cards to scoop the duel, but I cannot imagine that. Let's see. That's a lot of Prankids cards he's banishing there.
think he's shuffling them back to the deck.
With the effect of?
This is a
Oh, that's good.
trap card in his
Yeah,
graveyard.
right. That's plan, right? That's Prankids' plan he's using there, isn't it? Let's just quickly check it. Oh yeah, the attacking monster loses attack points. 100 attack points for each card shuffled back. So probably that wasn't enough to overcome the defense position Prankids monster there. So he kept the one monster on board, which could help him to actually fuse it away next turn.
He did not go into Saryuja to get the full Guardian combo.
Oh yeah, you're right. He just went into Heretic Seal and is passing on it. And that, again, looks manageable now. Can Malin now start another comeback? That would be pretty huge.
Oh,
it was going back and forth because Eric was looking so good for a moment. It looked like he could really go off now. And now Malin, he has a monster on board. It looks like, what does he have in hand? Does he still have... He still have Roxy's, Dropsies, Prankids Pranks, and Prankids Plays. So you can actually search with Prankids Plays as well.
I mean, has he used Viper Burst at this turn before? Did we miss that? I don't
Did he use the Viper?
He did.
Not really, no.
I mean, there was one in his graveyard.
But he discarded. That was the first thing he discarded was his danger. I think that was the thing he discarded was Tsuchinoko. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. So he probably didn't use it. Yeah, so he would have been able to actually go into the God Dragon combo there. But obviously that's such a high pressure situation right here, so you cannot blame him. He actually still managed to find a way to grind through the whole board, left Malin with one monster on board, and still ended with the good old Colossus, which prevents his opponent from searching, and actually the Heliopolis, which can bounce a card from his opponent's field. So there is potential. He can still win this game. He didn't throw it away completely, I would say. Definitely not. Still in a position he can win this. He could
Also,
be in a better
he has a
position.
discard to search for Brotor as soon as he triggered his Heretic Seal. And then he also has like he has Dragon Dark and Dragon Roar in his graveyard, so this could actually do a lot of work, this Lavinier, if he survives the turn.
Yeah. And looks like they're having some conversation with the judges. Maybe Malin thought for a little too long what he's going to do here.
He didn't forget Thunder Dragon Dark, he searched Hawk and then summoned back the Dark, he triggered it already.
Yeah, definitely. That's the case. Oko. Okay, so he's normal summoning there.
Oh, but he has the Fusion Hard Draw, I think. That hurts.
No, he has Plays and Pranks.
Yeah, Place is kind of dead now.
Yeah, it's true. He cannot search for it.
Does he have
Prankids cards.
another... Of course he has another Prankids card, he just knows him.
That's true.
But was it maybe another Lampsies? Or Dropsies? These names are so confusing, I can't do anything against
Absolutely.
Oh, I think it's Place and the Discipline? Is it Discipline? No, Disciples was the True Draco
That's
card
True
that
Draco.
shuffles the...
Also a deck that is very popular at every single
one,
tournament, but not here.
But this one summons a token. That's good. That's still really good. I think he can access Borrow Load now to attack over the Colossus and take it.
Yeah.
If he wants to. Let me just...
And I mean, we saw Dinkabui in the final of YCS Milano to actually do a lot of damage to the Thunder Dragon deck in the finals.
Yeah.
Because he just took away all the opponent's monster, and the deck can actually build Borrow Load Dragon and Borrowed Sword Dragon in one turn and then just do a whole lot of damage. That's what this deck is really good at.
Yeah.
So let's see whether Malin can actually go for that.
I don't think he can do that through Colossus, but he can actually go for a
true.
Cockadoodle-Doo, not search anything off of it. Special summoning something off of... No, he only has one trigger in the graveyard. He can only special summon one monster. So he can't even go for Borrow Load.
Oh.
Does he play Unicorn?
Let's see.
He plays...
He doesn't.
Oh, he plays 3 Waking the Dragons in the side deck.
That could come in spicy. And also Naturia Exterio and Ultimate Falcon in his extra deck to be summoned off that. But look at the life points. That's the thing you only have with Prankids deck. Prankids decks when you have 11k. Or when you play Zinalnan. A featured match yesterday. I saw some memes coming out of this featured match because he actually used it against
Yeah, I saw that too.
against Thunder Dragon Danger, and I think his opponent revealed Nessie, and he's like,
This is so dangerous. Hit the Nessie and you lose in time.
yeah, and he actually was like, that's cool. And I think his opponent still went for full combo, right? And his life points just increased and increased and increased.
I mean, like, if you go for full combo, you can only get into timeout because of the maths.
Yeah, right.
But by the way, kids, if you're going into timeout versus Thunder Dragon, never throw Malin on LP, because they'll just summon Brotor and then Heavenly Spheres, and you won't get any life points, and your life points will be half.
Yep, that is true. That's a pro tip right there.
Yeah.
And also, Eric's life points
This is
have
the
decreased a bit already. They are only at 6,700 life points right now.
And now it's going to be 6,200 life points because of the
Good old
Lamses.
Lamses. Burning it down. So it kind of looks like a burn deck right there.
This is another song reference we could take.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't really remember the song.
Gonna burn it down, down, down. That's all I remember of the song. That's not a whole lot, but that's what Malin is trying to do to Eric right here. He's burning his opponent's life points down, and Eric's not looking too happy, even though he's just searched for his Levianeer. And if he's able to survive this turn, that Levianeer could come in really good.
I mean, I see no out to Colossus that wouldn't trigger 20 effects. I mean, Eric is playing a arguably huge Thunder Engine. He's playing 2 Dark and 2 Roar. And I've seen a lot of people cut those. Like we saw Joshua Schmidt. Or some people would pronounce him Joshua Schmidt.
Yeah.
And he actually didn't play any Thunders at all. And that went well for him. Like he made it to Worlds.
Definitely.
So it can't be that bad, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was insane, right?
Oh,
like, how good is Joshua Schmidt? He's just picking up a deck he's just nobody telling about and playing a pure Kasadia deck for the World Points playoff, and he's just winning 2 games in a row to go to Worlds and be like, yeah, that's it. I'm Joshua Schmidt. Just easy insanity. And you talked about it. The Thunder Dragon deck actually developed a bit, cutting a lot of Thunder cards lately, and also cutting the Diabolos, which we saw Eric playing. Do you think it's good to cut the Diabolos? For example, the winner of the NAWCQ, Dakota Angelov, cut that card.
I think it just makes your good hands better.
Yeah.
Like you can summon out you can rip away an extra card from your opponent's hand. That's of course massive if you get it off. But most of the time, if you resolve your full combo, which you even extend into Diabolos, you win anyways. I haven't lost a game where I went full combo.
Yeah, true.
And
it's just you have to have a super good hand to actually break a full combo Thunder Dragon board.
Yeah, I mean the card is a decent side out, but I think that does.
That's already an indicator that you could cut it from the main deck, I would say.
Yes, I mean it's different from
it is
Upstart
a decent.
Goblin,
It is a decent side out. Cool.
Yes, I'm always happy to find cards in my deck that I can side out, because siding out is so stressful.
Oh, true. I'd struggle with that in the main event too, because I was playing Alter Guys and I never knew what. I didn't want to side out engine cards. I didn't want to side out Marionetta or anything.
Did he just?
Did he pass there?
No, I think he just
no, it's still the
tributed
opponent.
the Butler to get rid of the Colossus that protects itself.
Oh, that doesn't sound too impactful then.
This is what we call a big oof.
Definitely a big oof right there. But still a lot of life points to overcome. He has to go a long way right here.
Yeah, but I mean, Eric's hand and field packs quite the punch, you know?
Yeah, especially because he has the Levianeer in hand, so that's even more damage.
And
do you see him?
Roar can add back Hawk.
Yeah. Do you see him getting 11,000 points of damage on board right there?
I don't know if it's 11, but he could OTK over 8,000. I mean, he gets Thunder Dragon into his hand. He can add Hawk, summon Dark, and
he drew into Levianeer. Wow.
And if I think he can make 8,000 with another Levianeer, he can make 11,000 damage. Or make it to 11,000 damage, I'm sorry. He can actually search for a duel this turn again.
Yeah,
He could summon 2 Levianeer, duel, and then he just needs to get rid of the Bao Bark that summons 2 monsters again.
Yeah, but I can see him putting out 11,000 points of damage.
Yeah.
But still, he has to go through 2 to 3 monsters, so he probably won't be able to kill
As soon as he gets rid of those monsters, what's left for Malin?
Yeah, he's in a very difficult position. He could top deck into Mystic Mine. That
Yeah,
would be huge.
Yeah, he only has Prankids Place in his hand.
Yep.
And
true.
this card is not the best card versus the mighty Thunder Dragon Colossus.
Yeah, it's true. But just imagine Malin surviving this turn and drawing Mystic Mine from the top. He would just win from there on, right?
I think that we are going to see a Harbinger.
Oh yeah, right. He has 2 Colossus on board now, so he definitely has to be safe about that.
Yeah, he has Diablos, he has double Levy
Oh,
in
he has
here.
everything now.
I think you can just go for... maybe he combos.
He doesn't even need to combo.
No,
Like,
he can just
he can
attack.
just have 5 big monsters or even 6 big monsters on board and just
Yeah,
attack for amazingly.
just go for a double Levy in here. I don't even think you need to use the effect. I think using the effect would be kind of wrong.
Yeah, it's just less damage.
You just want to punch. So let's just quickly go over it. He attacks over 2 monsters, and then he has double Levy in here, Diabolos, and a Colossus. Or a duo if he wants to go for just the damage. That would be okay. He activates the effect. Didn't see what he banished. Let's see. It's 3k, 3k. I mean,
Okay, and Malin is asking, what are you targeting with the Levy in here?
It's game.
And obviously, Eric says, yeah, I don't have to target. I can just... Yeah, right. He could have popped one of the monsters he was special summoning out.
No,
with
they
the...
are protected by Bao Bao Bar.
Oh, yeah, you're right. True,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, but
Oh, Bao Bao adds to hand? Well, that's
that's a good information.
actually that's actually a game changer, I'd say.
Yeah, he does not have to go through a lot of monsters.
No.
But let's see what Malin can bring in the side deck. Now, we already had a quick look where we said, oh, he's playing Waking the Dragon. So do you think Waking the Dragon is a good card versus Thunder Dragon? It could be when your opponent is always summoning out the Leviani and tries to pop your back row,
Yeah.
right? That could work out pretty good. Red Reboot definitely not too powerful versus the Thunder Dragon Danger deck.
I wouldn't say so. There can only be one is okay-ish.
Yeah, it's a... I mean, your opponent probably always has a chance to go
Yeah.
into Phoenix somehow, right?
If you have extra interruption, then it's kind of... But actually, you don't care too much for there can only be one. Sure, your Guard Dragon combo is locked out, but you will always be able to get rid of it or still pump out a board.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it to play it versus Thunder Dragons. Most of the time, it's kind of useless. Artifact Lancea, of course, always a big deal, but I think that Eric might be able to side out some of the cards that require a lot of banishing, and I'm not talking about the Chaos Serpents because you definitely need those and you want to see those. If there's Lancea, it's just like meh, it's too bad, but I think he should side out the Solars, which he does. He also sides out the Secus Lights, and let's see what he's going to play. He is having Twin Twisters, Waking the Dragon, just saying. He's playing 3 Gamma. He apparently cut the Denko Secus. He's playing 3 Anstreckender Ausrottungsvirus, which is Eradicator Epidemic Virus.
Yeah.
2 Effect Veilers and 3 Lanceas.
So what do you see coming in here?
I see Effect Veilers,
Sure.
which will feel weird against this deck.
Yeah, because you still don't know when to drop it,
Yeah.
right?
3 Gammas, because Gamma is actually insane. Imagine that hitting the Rocket Ride.
Oh yeah, true.
Because Rocket Ride isn't a quick effect. Twin Twist is going in. I don't know if you need the twins. I'd prefer to have the Secus Light, but it helps against the Mystic Knight.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the thing that I don't know. Actually, Eric might have seen the Mystic Knight already. In
That's the
Swiss.
thing. Maybe he saw it in their game in Swiss, but maybe he also just scouted the other tables and knew what the other top table competitors are playing at the Dragon Duel.
Yeah.
But that's a very, very big point right here. Whether Eric knows that Malin is playing Mystic Mine, and if he doesn't, he might not side in Twin Twisters, and that could be an easy game for Malin. And I think I see double Lancea in the hand of Malin. But does he still have enough cards to actually combo off there? Looks like he has Pandemonium and Prankids Plan as well, and 1 Prankids Monster. There we have it.
2 Lanceas.
Oh, and Eric actually sided in the Twin Twisters, so he probably knows that his opponent is playing Mystic Mine. Oh, and it is 1 set card pass. Malin shotguns the Artifact Lancea. But as you said, Orcus is a deck that pretty much loses to Lancea or cannot do that much. But Thunder Dragon Danger can still do stuff. They can do Guard Dragon combos and so on. And you're staring at the screen. What are you thinking
Yeah, he
right
pretty
now?
much only has cards that require banishing. You said
his hand. Oh, yeah, his hand. Isn't
his card in hand is Prankids' plan, by the way, and not Waking the Dragon. I don't know if you said that. It sounded like you said that.
No, I don't. I didn't.
Okay, then I'm an idiot. Okay, no. But like I was afraid that he would hit the Train Twister, but actually he can out the Ultimate Falcon pretty easily.
Yeah, true.
Now, wait. No, you can't summon Hot Red under Saryuja. Oh, you can. Actually, you can summon Hot Red under Saryuja.
Yeah.
If you go for LP and Agar Pain.
Oh, perfect. He just hit the
Thunder Dragon
with the Bigfoot. That's a
And
perfect card he wanted to hit there.
And then he drew into
Oh, he has Gamma on top of it now.
attack with it.
But like Gamma obviously basically dead now because he just summons the Bigfoot.
Gamma no do much.
Ooh, but he's just going to Colossus pass it?
Yeah, I mean, Colossus hits really hard, and Dark searches for a Hawk now, probably. I don't think you want to have the duo, and he might have it in hand. No.
Looks like he's going for Hawk there.
I mean, you should go for Hawk, summon a monster, and then add it back with Roar. This is like
Sounds
you have
very
an extra
reasonable.
monster. Don't know if it's necessary, but like it's the extra body on board, and it's basically free because you don't really make much use out of the Dragon Roar in your hand. I don't know if he sided out much of the engine, because then Dragon Roar would become kind of not that strong.
Yeah, but he's just attacking with the Colossus, so Malin prevented himself from being killed this turn, but still the position isn't good because now Colossus is on board as well.
Oh, and now he has 2 Prankids monsters, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yes,
yes, he's
Lampseas and
activating the
Roxy's.
Pandomion. So he can actually start to combo off somehow,
Yep.
but still Colossus is a thing he has to worry about. He cannot do the searching part, which is just annoying. And there is the big Roxy's.
Chet says he should have attacked with Bigfoot before. Probably played about Mirror Force.
Maybe. Good old Mirror Force. I remember you telling me about a game where your opponent played around Mirror Force for like 10 turns and he could have killed you like 10 turns
Yeah,
earlier.
that was YCS Pasadena. That was funny. He opened Goki combo, I hand-chapped him. And then he ended on like a Firewall Dragon and a Mermaid.
And he tried it as well, right?
No. Just Firewall Dragon and Mermaid.
Okay,
and then he linked it all the way for a Cerberus, and I was like, okay, is he having like Soul Charge? Was really salty already. And then he just passed on the Cerberus. I couldn't play because I was playing Altergeist and the deck breaks like hell.
Thanks for pointing that out again. I definitely agree.
Yeah. And then, I mean, he just had 3 cards. He made an entire Nightmare, like a Nightmare Trigate board. Double protection on the Trigate Wizard.
Yeah.
And then he just passed for 5 turns until I drew an out to it. He didn't even banish cards from my field. That was really strong.
That was very interesting.
All right, so let's focus on this game again. Doodle-doo, not able to search something.
Doodle-doodle-doo.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, not too happy, but still the life points are getting increased and decreased step by step. But still, Malin has to go a long way here.
Yeah, like those small things matter though. All the small things.
Actually, in the other featured match, we have Felix Rau playing from Germany.
Yeah. It's not a feature match, right? It's just not the semi-final.
Yeah, it's just the other.
Yeah.
It's being played off stream, so we have obviously a second match playing for Worlds, and Felix Rau, very well known in the Dragon Duel community as well.
Yes.
Also
in
from
the
Germany.
In the not Dragon Duel community, like he's actually
just very good.
Pretty good.
Definitely, yeah. And you played against him when he played Prankids, you told me,
Yeah,
right?
in Milan.
He made the same call as Dinkabui did.
Yeah, but I had Secret
Milan.
Village.
Yeah, and that stopped him completely, so he actually beat him. That was pretty disappointing for him. I think you did very much damage to him, but he recovered and he's in top 4 here again, so
Yeah,
everything looks fine.
I mean, I think he did better in day 1 after than I did.
That wasn't too hard, actually.
How unlucky do you have to be to have like 3 Dracos out of 25 Draco players at a 2K player tournament with Altergeist? That's really painful. Anyways, another fusion summon is happening. And we are seeing, again, the Battle Butler. Now my question to you, Sebastian, has he not learned? Or is he just trying to wait for Eric to commit onto his board? I mean, if he wants to summon a monster that beats the Battle Butler, he would have to link away the Colossus, and that's the point where you basically trigger the Battle Butler to get rid of everything.
Yeah, beforehand, yeah, right. And then he can just protect the Colossus again. That is unfortunate. And he's just sending the Prankids place to the graveyard because he doesn't want to draw it on the Colossus, obviously. So, let's see what he can do here. And it seems like we're back in, I don't know, 2010, where fusion monsters actually were the way to go. And it is nice to see all the old summoning mechanics being reintroduced to the game and just having decks that just focus on them again. So we see Prankids having the fusion monsters and obviously Thunder Dragon also abusing them. Pretty cool. Oh, and now he's using the Twin Twister. So
the plan.
He decided that he waited long enough for Mystic Mine to be activated, so now he used his Twin Twister.
I think
not worrying about it anymore.
To kill him. I don't think that Eric is much of an impatient guy.
He must see a way here.
Maybe
he still has to think about the Prankids plan graveyard effect, of course, because that can shrink one of the opponent's monster. Oh, is he going battle phase? No. For a second it looked like it, and I would say if he goes battle phase here, it will be hard to actually kill Malin this turn.
Yeah, that thing has 3k defense, right? Oh yeah, you can't summon Collapse Serpent under Landseer.
That is true, and Malin did shotgun another Landseer. He opened 2. He wanted to prevent Eric from playing for 2 consecutive turns, and
so unlucky that he drew a Gamma off of Bigfoot, because if he had it in his opening hand, he could have just gammaed the Landseer.
That game would be over already. But now he just discarded the Gamma, not doing a whole lot for him anymore because he committed to his board with monsters.
But then you can Landseer again, right? It's not once per turn.
That's a good question. Yeah, it could be that it is multiple times per turn.
Okay, so we have the Dark on the field now.
And he's just passing. So Malin has another chance to draw into additional plays here. And look, Malin is really contemplating right there. He's thinking, how do I do this here? Oh, he drew into, there can be only one. So he decided to bring it in versus the Thunder Dragon Danger deck. And right now, there are 2 dragons on board. So
yeah, there can be only one.
So he will have to send the Dragon Dark, which can now trigger. So in some way, Malin helped Eric a little there. And now he will just be able to commit to...
He searches out the board. This is a lot of Hawks that he can recycle.
Yeah, definitely. So, let's see. He has 6 cards in hand, and Malin is sitting there with no cards in hand. So, let's just make the graphic pointing out what he has on the field, because that looks a little better, because that is a Floodgate, which is designed to make him survive that turn. So, that's the plan for him.
I don't think so. I think he just goes into Phoenix now.
Yeah, there it is.
Pops the, there can only be one, and then afterwards summons the Collapse Serpent and shuffle back the Butler.
Yeah. That is not looking too good for Malin. Eric, I think he already can smell
Worlds, yeah.
the World Championship.
He can smell Berlin, and now you could argue with Ollie if that's positive or not. Wait, you're from Berlin too,
I am
right?
from Berlin as well, and I would definitely say smelling Berlin is a good thing, because it is the smell of a big city, of a capital, and you just smell... power. You smell power on there. So, there's Unicorn being summoned. Yeah, and after Unicorn, he surely has a way to combo.
Oh, pop. So that's...
Of course,
no cards in hand, no cards on the field, and
Brotor
Brotor
even
is
triggers.
triggered. Yeah.
So you could argue whether that was good to actually pop the Unicorn there.
I mean, it's a Link 3 with another monster. He just goes into the Garjang combo, and then it's over. So I can agree with this play. I think he has Duo in hand, doesn't he? No, it's Roar that he hasn't used yet. He still has one Colossus in his extra deck. I think he used this one for a Hawk. And he can punch for a lot of damage. Maybe he can even OTK. Activate the Hawk.
That probably is the plan. But, I mean, still, he does not really have to worry about OTKing here too much, because Malin is drawing into one card then, and that would have to be a very, very, very good card to actually prevent him from still losing this game. But Eric is just calm, picking up his cards, summoning some big monsters, now going for Levianeer. So he has Viperbust and Levianeer and Colossus. Is that already game? That should be game, right?
Oh yeah, he hit for 6. Eric Toepel is in the World Championship.
Yeah. And we see a round of applause in the hall.
Yes.
Definitely deserved for Eric Toepel from Germany. He will be representing Europe at the World Championship. And there we are again.
Post-match analysis.
Cool, cool, cool. And
crazy.
How cool is that? He is our first competitor for the World Championship. Maybe he can go there with his German friend Felix Rau. We don't know yet how the other semi-final turned out. And Thunder Dragon Danger seems to be the pick for the weekend. Not only for the main event, where it already performed pretty well. I saw it being played at the top tables a whole lot.
Obviously, the deck has such a high ceiling.
Definitely. It just can combo off so hard. If you go first and your opponent cannot interrupt you, it's just insanely, insanely good. And that combos really... We didn't see the combos, actually. But we saw a very happy Eric Toepel.
Yes, of course, and he played through the boards really well.
Definitely, yeah, he did a good job there.
Prankids pulled a lot. He played through 2 Lanciers in game 2.
Sure, sure.
Wasn't impressed by it. Just said, yeah, absolutely, I'm gonna Colossus you.
I mean, the opening of Malin in game 2 was kind of unfortunate. He had double Lancier, but he still just passed one back row and there wasn't anything else, so...
Yeah, you could argue for a break.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, one Lancier would have been enough when he had like another Prankids monster that he can combo off and has Lancier as a backup. That would have been good.
Yeah, I mean, he still would have... I think he would have been able to get over Colossus in the next turn, yeah.
Probably, yeah. Maybe he could have summoned then the Bow Reload, which normally isn't really a problem for the deck, but we saw it in 2 different games now, that he wasn't able to actually get to 4 different monsters to summon out the Bow Reload. It was
the bounce of Sphere denied him from getting 2 Grave effects, so he had to use a token to get into Doodle-Doo that couldn't search, and then he only had 3 monsters, and that hit him really hard. And I think we are now ready to get to the winner's interview of Oliver German and Eric Toepel, who is going to Worlds this year.
Congratulations again.
Yeah, the guys just said it, our commentators. Here we have one of the guys representing Europe at the World Championship. Eric, well done. Congratulations. How does it feel going to Worlds?
I'm really happy. I can go the second time to the Worlds.
Well, second time to Worlds. I thought you're already used to this by now. How did it go last time?
I go last time 2017. I was the top 4.
Top 4 in the World Championship. Okay, so this time you want to go even further than top 4, I guess. Yeah. Is it the last time you can play at Dragon Duels before you need to play with the grown-ups?
Yes, this was the last time.
Okay, last chance this year, so this is where it counts the most. What does it feel like at the moment? You are probably overwhelmed, I guess. Did you think you could go to Worlds for a second time?
I'm happy, I can say.
Still setting in. It's like a shock. How happy are you with your deck? Is this exactly what you wanted it to do, or is there something you would change about it?
I think it's really good. I won't play one card. It's the Emperor prize card.
Okay, yeah, let's add a prize card. That always makes the decks better. All right, thank you very, very much. You gave us a very good show. Thank you guys for giving positive feedback for the Dragon Duelists, also the people on the chat that encouraged them and said, hey, everybody started a little bit younger, now they are grown up and make less mistakes, but I think we have here a champion in the making. And also Malin, very, very strong showing from him. Have to correct something real quick. We had on the deck list written that he was from the Czech Republic. It's incorrect, he's of course from Slovenia. Very sorry about that. We're going to make sure this doesn't happen and ask the players 3 times about their nationalities. With that, guys, we're taking a short break. The main event, round number 10, is currently underway. We picked the match to feature here, and we're going to move them up if they go to a game 3, because we couldn't delay the match that much, otherwise we would be way behind the main event. So if there's a possible game 3, we're going to move them into the feature match area and continue our main event coverage. If there isn't a game 3, we're going to interview the winner live on the stream, and then we're going to be back for the last round of Swiss today before we cut to the top 64. With that, hope you guys enjoy the show. We're going to be back very, very soon with the next feature match or winner.